jump into an exciting topic. How many of you have heard of Canvas? All right, how many of you are excited about the possibility of moving to Canvas? I see a lot of hands, a lot of smiles. Well, we're excited about it too. It just so happens that this spring term we are engaged in a pilot of the Canvas LMS with the idea of looking at this system to replace Blackboard in a year or so. As part of sort of our evaluation process, remember last year we did all kinds of surveying and demo sessions. It was extremely overwhelming that the faculty wanted to move in a new direction based upon seeing Canvas and all the great features and the ease of use and navigation, and I guess a level of dissatisfaction to an extent with Blackboard. So as a result of all of that work and all of the feedback we received, we are moving forward with the pilot this spring term. We've got about 23 classes that are signed up right now to begin teaching a class. I think Greg has got a class, Courtney's got a class, Kara's got a class, I think Carrie Pirrock's got a class, Joan Hayter's got a class out of your area. So we've got college-wide participation in the pilot. About 400 some students will participate. Those students will also have classes in Blackboard, so that'll be a little interesting for them. But we want both the instructor experience and the student experience to really make a good decision about that LMS and about moving forward with that in the future. As far as the timeline goes, we really haven't made a firm commitment. We budgeted for the new LMS should the pilot go successfully, and we would then actually begin licensing the new LMS as early as July so that we could begin training, course conversion work. Really the goal is that we would cut over to college-wide rollout of the new LMS in summer of 2019. That will be here quicker than you all can imagine, because just think about all the work that goes into planning a major migration like this. All the courses that we've got and all the instructors, both full-time and part-time, we need to get up to speed, all the conversion work that we need to do. So it's a lot of work, so we've built this over a pretty long term rather than sort of a rip the Band-Aid off and just cut over approach. So it will give us lots of opportunity for training and planning over. So the pilot is happening now. So over the next year, for the summer 2018, fall 2018, and spring 19, it's where we'll do all of the training and course conversion work, working with you to get that done. So that's kind of the long-term plan for Canvas. So what you will see, again, this is just a little bit different view of the timeline. It kind of breaks out the work that we've got to do. We've done a lot of work already. Actually, Canvas is up and running. You're all welcome to log in. Your courses are out there. In fact, your student enrollments are actually in your courses in Canvas. We took the entire college catalog of courses and we've moved them into Canvas. Now they're blank shells, just like your Blackboard course is a blank shell when you first access it. Well, every single course during the spring term is already in Canvas and all the students are in there as well. We are not publicizing it to our students except for those who are in courses that are in the pilot. Jason?
Have you identified anything yet that seems to not be transitioning?
There's a few things. Courses that are really large, we've had problems with courses. We've got some courses that are over 1 gigabyte and they tend to cause problems. We have to break them into parts and bring them in pieces. But there are some things that you will have to go in and sort of rework. We've seen some courses come over really clean and just about perfect. So the migration process will actually be a mass migration. We will at a point in time say, okay, now we're gonna identify courses and we're gonna bring all the courses over at once for you. It's not like you're gonna have to do this individually as part of the migration off of a system like Blackboard to Canvas. It's like done in mass, a batch migration. At that point, you'll be able to go in and start getting your courses set up in the Canvas environment. I will be honest, there will be some courses that are maybe be a mess, other courses just about perfect. So we've been really pleased with that conversion process so far. So again, right now we're doing selected courses. Those courses will probably continue into the fall term and spring term. So once people move to Canvas, we'll let them stay there. And then in June, we're going to begin conversion. I think there's a few programs. Joan, I think, has got a program that's going to go completely into Canvas. And then we'll begin the actual full cutover of those by fall, and then training, and then again go live by summer of 2019. Yes.
For accessing Canvas, like if we wanted to go check it out, do we just go to their website, or how do we access
Yep.
that? And what would be our login and password?
All right, you got a pencil and paper?
Yes.
All right. So it's WCTC dot instructure, INSTRUCTURE.com, instructure.com. Go to that, there's a login page, and you use your regular college username and password. Okay? So if you log in, you should see your courses there, and you'll also see your students are enrolled in that as well. Just realize that's not the live course. We've got the data integration set up and it's running. So it will manage the enrollments. It's not automated right now. We're manually running the files in, but we're going to get that done in the next day or so, I hope. Yeah.
Sure. So no reason we shouldn't be able to use the apps?
Knock yourself out.
Cool.
Yep. And if you want to start playing, you can create your own courses. There's a create course button. If you want to go into an existing course and import a course over, you archive it out of Blackboard. You can go to the CAPE, and Cheryl or Kim will help you export a course out, import it into Canvas, and you can start playing around to see how that environment works. I really encourage you all to check it out, and feel free to drop by the CAPE to get some assistance if you need that. So again, we're making great progress. We've got the integration just about completed, and really that'll set us up nicely for next year because it'll all be automated. The confusion over the next year will be some students will have courses in Blackboard, some will have courses in Canvas, and keeping all of that straight. We've got some drop-in sessions for students scheduled next week that are participating in the pilot. But we will begin training on Canvas with the Tech Academy in May, and then we'll schedule sessions all throughout next year to help everyone get up to speed and start working on your courses for that final cutover in summer of 2019. All right.
That'll be part of the Tech Academy program?
Yes, we'll include training sessions in Tech Academy. You bet. All right. If there's no other questions, I'll turn it over to Bob.
Thanks, Randy.
Yeah, if you need any help with Canvas, please feel free to reach out. We think you'll like it. It's a very nice system.
For what it's worth, probably the one thing I've noticed in Canvas that it's going to take the most getting used to is it is a very flat system. If you currently have Blackboard courses where you have folder and folder and folder, and you have all these nested folders, Canvas doesn't work that way. So it will break those out into different modules, and that's where Randy has mentioned it kind of gets messy because it takes those embedded folders and spreads them out flat as pages or modules across. So it takes a little bit different thinking in terms of how you structure the course.
But once you start editing your course, you will love it. You can drag and drop, you can move things around really easily. It's easy to bring files in. I mean, it's just, Blackboard, the minute you start using Canvas and then go back to Blackboard, you're going to be a little frustrated.
Yeah, it works the way you would think Blackboard should have been working all these years. I agree. Thank you, Randy.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Randy.
Randy.